dare I say, better days are ahead of you. You are represented by the Empress. So at the very least, you're starting to recognize your value. The self-esteem is coming back up. You might even notice more attraction. I wouldn't be surprised at all, especially because you have the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands crossing you. So this represents information or communication coming in that would bring celebration. You have the Queen of Cups on your mind. So this could be related to a specific person. Like you could get a communication from someone in the near future, because there is someone in the outside influence who seems to be paying close attention. So like if you're in some kind of weird something or another, and this doesn't have to be romantic, by the way. It could be a work thing, it could be whatever. But there's someone sort of observing here who's maybe getting less than patient, or they're just trying to figure you out. This could be someone you're expecting. This could be someone completely new, because it certainly could be someone new, because it does seem like you're sort of planting seeds towards potential. Now again, this could be work, absolutely, because the outcome, there's the Ten of Pentacles, there's the Five of Wands, and there's the Two of Cups. So there might be a really good work collaboration coming together, or it could be, you know, if it is in a romantic context, you could be working through conflicts or just fighting to build like a solid life foundation, or you might be sort of just sifting through to find something foundation. I mean, I could take it in so many ways, to be honest. But you know, behind you there's Ten of Swords and the Fool, right? So it's like there's been all this stress, and you know, at some point I feel like you've kind of released it a bit, because there is sort of this suggestion of like, we're not paying attention to that right now, we're not doing that, and we're running straight towards stability, health, opulence, well-being. We're inviting in good things, and we're not trying to control like basically what that looks like, is sort of the suggestion. And ahead of you, you know, there's justice and communication. You know, again, this very magnetic energy here. So I do get the impression that you're calling in. You're not chasing anything here. You're just allowing you're inviting what invites you. You know, so it's like you're welcoming appreciation, you're welcoming opportunity, you're again understanding your worth, and understanding that, you know, you don't have to, you know, beg for a goddamn thing, apparently, because this is, this is looking very good. It's just it's a much more open, it's a much more creative and bountiful, even warm. You know, there's a warmth to the reading. This isn't like all systems go or anything. This is just, in a lot of ways, accepting life on life's terms and learning to embrace life on life's terms, and understanding that, like, you know, I heard something today. I was listening to a lecture, and what did he say? He said, for those, like, he was talking about the laws of nature, right? We are all subject to law in a cosmic sense, and whether you're aware of it or not, it is affecting you. Most people aren't affected by it. For example, this notion of karma, it's not like a mystical force that brings justice to people. It's cause and reaction. Of course, it catches up to you. You know, so what I'm getting at, what he said was, you know, he was basically talking about how those who do not abide by like those natural laws, who will basically find nothing but trouble. He said the rules will keep those who keep the rules. So it's like if you work in agreement with natural law, basically operating in integrity and, you know, doing your fair share, not trying to cut corners, not being full of shit or whatever, that you'll find the world to be very agreeable and friendly. And your attitude will determine how you see the world and how the world interacts with you. And just as you can have that on the positive end, you can have it on the negative end, which is maybe what you've been sort of going through recently. And it's sort of like you're opening up and inviting the world to be a friendlier experience. I want to pull an advice spread. I do want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all the extended versions of these readings go, as well as other exclusive content and monthly art prints. It is a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. This is what I do. That being said, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one level, do feel free to check out the shop. I have several options available. You know, I think what this sort of is suggesting is, for one, to sort of like keep that vision you hold in mind. You have 10 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So, I mean, like, that is emotional fulfillment. I mean, I would definitely see that combination as more of like a love or family combination. It doesn't have to be. It can just be sort of emotionally investing in what you're seeking, and especially where you're very driven at work, or even standing out in work, or being recognized in work, or just excelling at what you do in some way. And you know, you found focus. You're keeping your eye on the prize, and again, casting out those like horrible thoughts that plague you about whatever scenario. And you're replacing them with ideal thoughts, or you know, you're attempting, and successfully, I might add, to transmute the undesirable into the favorable, or into that is worthy. I guess the warning of it is to remember to be patient. Like, don't expect everything to just flood in at once, because I think that a lot of people set themselves up for disappointment when they set really high expectations within a fast timeline, especially people who watch readings, because like you hear a message and then it's like, okay, shit's happening like tomorrow. Like, just, you know, nothing is going to happen anyway, by the way, unless you do the things to make it come, or whatever. So what I would say is just like, you know, keep your expectations high, keep your standards high, and keep going, and just allow things to unfold. Don't really cling to the how and the when. And there is justice. There's the Hierophant, there's the Ace of Wands, and there's the Moon. So, you know, you may still be dealing with some struggles in the back of your mind, or with insecurities, or just like with things that you don't have solved yet. And that's okay, because that shit's there anyway. You're making the conscious choice to work through it and rise above it, and that's what matters. And so whether this situation goes this way, whether this situation goes this way, none of your concern right now. all you have to do is set the intention of what you want and take the steps forward consistently and optimistically, and you'll see results. I mean, even out of the context of this reading, you can apply that to your life. All right, so I'm going to take this over to the extended on Patreon. If you want to join us over there, amazing. If not, I hope you have a great night, and I appreciate you watching.